realised that I've actually never explained or filmed a video with you guys with regards to what exactly happens after you have your eyebrow hair transplant. So I'm talking about post-operatively and the kind of immediate aftercare that you're expected to do after surgery. So I thought I would kind of talk you through the kind of hair and brow wash care to expect after you have your eyebrow hair transplant. So when you get home, you will be given a aftercare kit bag, and you'll be provided with some painkillers such as paracetamol and some other tablets that I won't get into at the moment. And then you will also be provided with a medicated shampoo or a baby shampoo and a saline spray and some spare gauze sheets and some pads to kind of cover your pillows in when you sleep, because you may have some bleeding from the donor site from after surgery. So this is what you have to do when you get home. This is not the spray that you'll be provided, but I'm just going to use it as an example because it's a spray. So imagine I've just had my brows done. For one, you will not be touching them like that. You're going to want to treat your newly implanted brow area like gold, and that means avoid touching your brow area by all means. You're also going to be asked to sleep up for the first 4 days in an upright position. I recommend a travel pillow, or if you don't have that, a rolled up towel. You can roll up a towel and put it into a pillowcase and then use that as a kind of faux travel pillow to kind of keep you upright at night. So you'll be provided with a saline spray. I'm just going to pretend that this is the spray. And what you want to be doing is spraying your brow, your implanted brows, every hour, just spraying them. You can cover your eyes with a gauze and just spray it. I set an alarm every hour, and you want to kind of be vigilant with the saline on your brows. Doing this will basically help the area clear up faster, and also aids in later on allowing for the scabs to kind of come away more efficiently without drying up too much, because basically those scabs are blood, dried blood, and that's kind of what's holding the newly implanted grafts in. But if those scabs are accidentally kind of rubbed off or knocked off, that could essentially risk damage to the newly implanted graft that was put in your brow area. So you want to be really careful, and you want to spray that saline spray for 3 days. And then after the 3 days have passed, that's when you will have your first wash. And I remember being so scared at this part. There wasn't a lot of info on it at the time either. So on my website, I sell a foaming cup, which looks like this, and I'll show you how to use it. If you don't buy the foaming cup, you can manually lather up your medicated shampoo with a sponge. You can use a sponge to get it all foamy, but for this demonstration, I'll be using my foaming cup that I do sell online. This is not the cleanser that you should use. I'm just using this again for a demonstration purposes. This is actually the cleanser that I use on my face every day, which is a salicylic acid cleanser. I do recommend this cleanser around 2 months, 3 months after surgery. I'll explain a bit later why. You put your medicated shampoo or baby shampoo into the cup, and you pop the lid on. You fill up some water to that line, and then you just want to pump. And what this does is create a really lovely foam. I've just got a towel here so I don't make a mess everywhere. Where it creates a really lovely foam. So I use this every day now anyway, so I use it with my facial cleanser and I use it as part of my day-to-day skincare routine. I've got no makeup on at the moment, so I'll let you know what my skincare routine is all at the same time. So back to my foaming. You're going to want to create a really lovely foam. You pump, and then you can see it creates a really nice foam. So 3rd day after your eyebrow hair transplant, it will be the first time you wash your brow area, and you're going to be freaked out. So the reason we ask you to make a really good, nice, lovely lather is because you want to tap them clean. So I'm just going to pretend that my brows are freshly implanted, and that is how you want to kind of tap them clean, like that. You can leave that on for a little while. The foam, you can kind of feel the bubbles doing its magic, getting in there. And the purpose of the foam is to avoid rubbing at this stage, because at this stage we are still basically using the lather to act as the main cleansing kind of action. Then, I can't show you now because I'm not at a sink, you would empty the foam, pour that out and fill that back with water. I'm just going to use my lovely cup, and you want to use the water from the cup to rinse off your brows. So I'm going to do this really messily right now on camera for you. So you will pour it off, and you just saw that I did that with a towel, which is not what you would do. So ignore that. I did that because I'm on camera and I don't have a sink in front of me, and I didn't want to have products in my eyes as I was trying to demonstrate this for you, which I feel like I'm failing miserably again. So basically, like I said, you foam up your brows like that, like so. Once you've foamed your brows off, you empty the foam, fill the same cup with water, and you pour it over your brows to rinse it clean. And that is all you do. So it's really hard for me to show you. But that's what you do. So you rinse. So I'm going to pretend now that I've rinsed my brows clean. Then what do? Then you get tissue or a towel and you just dry your eyes up. Do not touch your brows. Do not dry your brows. They want to air dry again and again. Ideally, you want to go back in with your saline spray and re-spritz your implanted brows. And that is how you wash your brows. So why do you have to use the foam again? So the foam helps, the bubbles help clean that implanted brow area. This cup is a great way to create that foam and lather. And then why do you use the cup to pour over your brows instead of splashing your face? Just to avoid, again, knocking and touching that brow area too vigorously. Also, some people wash in the shower. You want to avoid the shower, and you don't want any kind of pressure from the shower on your brow area. You've just got to be really, really careful with your brows. So that's why we advise using a cup, and you're kind of pouring and rinsing that lather and foam on your brows clean. And that is how you wash your implanted brows. So once you do that method, the scabs will begin to kind of fall away, usually within 2 weeks after having your eyebrow hair transplant surgery. And at some point, you're really going to actually be able to start rubbing your brows to get the scabs off, because you want those scabs off after 2 weeks. But that is how I recommend all our patients wash their brow area, and also this lovely product that I recommend you guys using. You don't need to use it, but you can. It does also, like I said, mentioned earlier, it doubles up as a facial cleanser. So I wash my face every day with this kind of foam, and I use a salicylic acid cleanser from the Ink Key List. what I showed you. Now, salicylic acid is really great for people who suffer congested skin, or are a bit oil prone, or have oily skin and suffer from spots. So I really love this as a facial cleanser, also a facial cleanser tool to like foam up the products. So after I've washed my face like that, I use a damp flannel and I just wipe it away. And this kind of aids in exfoliating my skin on a day-to-day basis. I mentioned earlier that I recommend this salicylic acid cleanser maybe month 2, month 3 after your eyebrow hair transplant, because what some people also don't tell you is that you may experience a few bumps and spots while your brows are beginning to grow out. So this salicylic cleanser is really great for kind of assisting in helping unplug. Am I saying that right? Unplug, yeah. No, unclog. Goodness. Unclog that brow area that you may be experiencing a few spots with, and that really helps kind of prevent the clogging from the oil glands, basically. So during month 2, month 3, you may experience a few little spots on your brow area. And yeah, so that's why I always recommend that cleanser also, because that does help. Back to my skincare routine. Hi everyone. So I decided to make 2 videos just to avoid confusing everyone. So the first video that I posted will be about post-operative aftercare, and how exactly to wash your eyebrows and maintain your eyebrows immediately after having your eyebrow hair transplant surgery. So just a quick recap. For the first 3 days, we want to spray with a saline every hour, or at least up to 3 times a day. And we want to keep those brows nice and moist using the saline spray that we provide you after surgery. On the 3rd day is the first day you get to wash your lovely implanted brows, which might be really terrifying for some people, because we've told you to avoid touching them like the plague for the past 3 days. So on the 3rd day is the first day that you get to wash your brows. I sell a lovely foaming cup on the Brow Lift website, and I recommend using the provided medicated shampoo or baby shampoo in the cup, and this allows you to create a lovely thick lather or foam, and you want to tap the foam onto the implanted brow area, and then after rinse the foam out, refill the cup with water and pour your foamed brows clean. So you want to use the cup of water to kind of rinse away the foam, and then dry your eyes, dry the rest of your face, and let those brows air dry, and then go ahead and go back in with your saline spray. If you've run out of your saline spray, boil a kettle and use the sterilized water for the remaining week. And that was the recap with how to look after and wash your brows post-operatively right after having your eyebrow hair transplant procedure. So I wanted to talk to you how I do my skincare routine at the moment. So in terms of just buying my cup for just the eyebrow hair transplant procedure, seems like a bit of a waste. And so what I've been using the cup for daily now is I use it to foam my salicylic acid cleanser. So I use this one from the Ink Key List, and it's a lovely salicylic acid cleanser. I very rarely break out, which is insane to me because I have really, really acne prone skin. I usually break out, but since I've changed up my skincare routine, which I'm going to share with you now, I have been really, really clear. Like my skin, I haven't got makeup on right now, so that's a huge thing for me. So every day I use this day and night. I put it in my cup, I foam it up, and I wash my face. I should probably show you guys. All right, I'll show you guys. So I'll put some more products in here because this was the old product. So add the product into your cup. The cup has a water fill line to kind of guide you. My daughter, who is 6, uses this also. It's a really cute way of getting her involved in her, I don't want to say skincare routine because that sounds too mature for a 6-year-old, but just in terms of her hygiene. So every day she has a lot of fun using this with her cleanser. I use a Bioderm oil cleanser for her. She's got super sensitive skin, and it creates a lovely foam with that product also. So we get her to foam it up, or I foam up my cleanser, and then we go ahead and we use this lovely foam, which is so nice, as my cleanser. So this is what I do every day, in the morning and the night. I don't change my cleanser. Sometimes I will double cleanse. I really like the Charlotte Tilbury Rituals cleansing set also. But I've been really strict with my salicylic just because I just know it helps so much with me having clear skin. I get a nice damp flannel. I find that this really helps with exfoliating your skin. And you want to get that all away. Once I have finished wiping my foamed cleanser off my face, what I do, I'm going to tell you my nighttime routine, because my morning is the same except I skip the retinol. So at night I would wash my face with the foam. I would go ahead and I use a spritz hydrator. I like this one, which I was pretending was saline spray earlier. It's a Queen of Hungary mist, and it just kind of moisturizes my skin. I've run out of it, so it's due to buy another spray. I let that dry, and then I go ahead and use my retinol. So retinol is a vitamin A. If you're not using vitamin A and you are 30, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, I can't talk, I only started recently. But I really wish I started in my late 20s because it really helps. So I would do 1 pump, and I use the Caroline Herron's kind of technique to distributing product on the palm. So I pump and I do my hands opposite like that, and I drag the product onto my fingers. And then with the retinol, you want to avoid, my phone hasn't got any product, you want to avoid the smile lines, the lips, the nose crease. You want to avoid all of your eye area. So with retinol, you just want to kind of want to drag it that way. I'm always tempted to go ahead and go on my chin, but they do say avoid that area. So that's how I apply my retinol. After I apply my retinol, I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. I love it. It's been doing wonders for my skin. I always go on about niacinamide. This has niacinamide in it also, which is why I think my skin agrees with it so much. So I do a nice little pump and use the same kind of technique. This I just am more generous, and I apply this all over my face. I missed a really big step, just because I was so excited to show you the Zoe Skin retinol that I use. So that is my nighttime routine, and my morning routine, I will skip the vitamin A because this makes your skin so sensitive to the sun. So you want to be vigilant with your sunscreen. I am obsessed with this sunscreen. It's the Freezy Derm. It applies like a primer, so it's lovely on your face prior to makeup, and it's Factor 50. And it makes a big difference, sunscreen, it really does. Especially when you're using a vitamin A, your skin can get really burnt. So product that I skipped was the complexion renewal pads. I am a huge fan of Dr. Dennis and his alpha beta kind of daily pads. I was using those in the universal and the extra strength for a while, but since I switched over to the Zoe Skin Health, these pads are amazing. I use them so after I cleanse my face, I go in with this immediately. So this has AHA in it. So again, it's really good for like brightening, unclogging the pores. Has honestly made my complexion flawless. Like, I have no makeup on and I'm doing a skincare routine. I'm quite happy with my skin without makeup, and I honestly believe it's these pads. So I use this pad after cleansing and wiping away with flannel. I'll go in with the pan, I'll use it all over, and then after I've used that, that's when I would spray with my hydrator spray, my hydrator mist. I would spray, and then to finish off my skincare routine, I would go in with my Charlotte Tilbury serum. And that is my morning routine, and then obviously followed by my sunscreen. So that is my morning routine. Exact same routine at night, except for I add in my vitamin A. And I've had really, really lovely results with these two products that I just thought I'd share with you. I'm in no way sponsored or whatever, being paid to kind of show you what my skincare routine is. I've just had honestly really great results with these two products, so I just wanted to share them with you, and also with the Charlotte Tilbury serum. Like, that whole combination has really worked for me. You guys are probably wondering, like, where's my moisturizer at? I don't use a moisturizer. I use the hydrator as a moisturizer, and I'm fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some sunscreen. And I thought I might quickly do another brow review. Why not? I've got 5 minutes left on the clock before this IGTV is up. And so I regularly get sent products. This one is by Be Bare. It's a really beautiful kit. And I am excited to try it. I've seen so many posts with girls obsessed with this product. So this one is like a soap brow, and everyone knows how much I love the soap brow and the Patrick Towel wax brow. I use them, you know, so excited to try them once my brows grew in, and to just see if the soap brow or the wax, the Patrick Towel wax, worked on implanted brows. And I love sharing just products for you implanted lovelies out there, because our brows are different, and there's nobody really out there reviewing brow products for implanted lovelies. So that's what I'm here for, that's what I love to do, and I'm excited to try this one. So it's got this, I've just noticed immediately, which is exciting, it's got a metal comb. Oh my god. Okay, so I've kind of got more excited. I just thought it was like a regular spoolie brush. I have so many spoolie brushes that I do not get excited over a spoolie brush. Look, this could be really good on our implanted brows. I'm excited. Never used a metal comb before. Oh, it's really sharp. Okay. Be careful. Maybe don't recommend using this right after a surgery. I wouldn't recommend using this. Maybe after 6 months after surgery, just because it is a bit sharp, and that area is still very, very, I wouldn't say it's sensitive, but you want to be careful with it because it's gone through a bit of trauma, you know, so you want that skin to fully heal. And I imagine stabbing it with a metal comb could be risky, so I would avoid that. So it comes with, which is nice, it comes with a lovely activation spray, it's called. I'm going to give it a spritz and smell. No scent, And then this is their lovely soap brow, I think. Oh, it's cute. It's clear. Oh, and it's got a mirror. That's good. That's made me happy. Does this mirror have a funny film on it? Yeah, it does. Okay, so just remove that film. Oh, I'm excited. So I'm gonna spritz the activation spray straight onto the, it's gone on. Ooh, quite liquidy. I never read instructions, do I? I don't think anybody does. Okay, tips and tricks. Don't underspray or overspray your brow bay. Have a play to find your perfect consistency. Good advice. Always wash your BB styling wand with warm soapy water after use. When applying the product, brush your brow hairs against the natural hair growth. This may cause, warning, this may cause crazy looking brows for a moment, but once your brows are set, you can then brush them into place. Oh, it says, remember to wait 1 minute while brow bay goes to work. For strong, thick brows, repeat the process. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm just going in. There wasn't any, am I missing? Shake up the activation spray, mist over your brow bay compact, apply the product directly onto the brow using the styling wand, leave to set for 1 to 2 minutes. Once brows are set, apply pencil or powder when needed and position the brows into shape. Okay, so a bit like the others. I'm going to spray that again because spraying. I got excited. This is what happens when I want to film all the content in one go. So I've just sprayed the brow bay. This is the product, what the product's called, right? Yes. The brow bay with the activation spray, and I've brushed it in. It said something about leave it to set for 1 to 2 minutes. And it did say something about your brows looking crazy for a moment, but once they set, you can brush them into place. Okay, so slightly different instructions. Okay, so I'm brushing it in my implanted brows. I'm kind of confused because I'm used to working with the soap brow and patch guitar, and I kind of go over with the spoolie until it sets, and then I drag my brows into that kind of laminated brushed up look. But this has told me to brush in and leave the set, so I'm a bit confused. I'm not sure if that is going to work with implanted brows. So I'm going to do what I know. So I'm just going to keep going ahead and brushing it. It definitely has more of a soapy consistency that's like turned into a cream. Almost. Okay. 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 I'm gonna try this lovely comb that it comes with. See if I'm gonna go in with the back. I mean, we all know I like to go in with the back of the plastic. Okay, so it does say it needs to set, so having a bit of trying to work this out a bit. I can feel the product like kind of tingling on my skin, which I've never had that kind of sensation before with the other brow products that I've used before. So not sure what this sensation I'm feeling is. It's not painful, but it's not very comfortable. With that said, I did just use retinol, didn't I? So maybe it's not, and I wouldn't use retinol in the morning and then do my brows. So maybe I wouldn't experience this in the morning using this product because I wouldn't have retinol on my face. So brushing it in. Okay, so I'm using my finger to kind of get it in place. I've completely not listened to what it's told me to do, which is allow it to set. But remember, these instructions are for non-implanted brows, and I have implanted brows, so I just always think you have to kind of adapt and adjust to the brow products and how they tell you to work with them. But okay, it says to leave for a minute. I'm just gonna they don't feel tacky, which is nice. The interesting thing that it says is that for strong, thick brows, repeat the process. So it's buildable, which is great because we need like products to be buildable for our implanted brows, because they require a little bit more attention, don't they? So I'm going to see how buildable it is. I'm going to go in again. I don't think I need to. I mean, it's lifting a bit there at my tail, so I'm just going to go ahead and give it another go. And maybe this will set it a bit more. Going in. It's lovely, lovely little packaging though. It looks so lovely. Okay. Doesn't have a scent, which I think is good. Not that a scent is like too bothersome because the eyebrows are up there. But you guys know that I love and have used the Clubman moustache wax, and that smells awful. I mean, it's not awful, it's just really not a pleasant smell. It's like it's a citronella smell. So I really don't enjoy that smell or that scent. But the good thing is, because it's on your brows, you're only going to smell it when you apply it. But okay, so I've done it again. It's definitely helped with the second application, and it does have a really lovely shine, which is something that is great on a soap brow, to get that kind of laid down to the skin, laminated look. So yeah, it's a great little product. I'm gonna now wear it tonight. I'll let you guys know how long it lasted for. We know that so with the soap brows and the Patrick Tar brows, I usually give a generous 4 hours. That those products lay my brows flat for, or lays them stuck to the skin. And the other day when I was in surgery, I had this kind of laminated stuck to the skin look. So I really like it with hair up. I think it's just a really nice strong look. But when I went to surgery and it was really hot that day, I told you guys that I achieved this look using a glue stick, and that holds for way longer than the other products. I think I was in surgery for about 6 hours, and it lasted all day and even more so in the evening. So I would love to know if this lasts longer than soap brows or Patrick Tar brows on implanted eyebrows. So I will let you guys know and I'll update you. But really, really gorgeous product, and definitely recommend it for you implanted lovelies out there that like the lay to the skin, stuck down to the skin look, or obviously for you guys who are lucky enough to have natural brows. This is a lovely kit, and it comes all together, which is nice, because the Patrick Tar does not. You have to buy everything separately. The soap brows I know you can buy in bundles, but this is really nice that it comes in one kit altogether. But I will keep you guys all updated. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's been a lot going on, so I know I've been really slow with posting videos for you guys, so I'm gonna try and get back on track to a video a week for you. And as always, if you have any questions with regards to implanted eyebrows, the surgery, the procedure, the aftercare, the training, anything at all, products on my website, www.browlift.co.uk, anything at all, send me a message. I'm always available for a chat. And thank you again so much for watching, and I will speak to you guys soon.